It's been nearly a year since the Ark Raiders closed alpha ended, and following that, any news about the game has been rarer than a talking turnip. However, during the question and answer session at the recent earnings call for Embark's parent company NEXON, someone asked about the timeline for the game, and the response from NEXON's new CEO, Junhong Lee, was, "I'm sure that in the very near future we will be able to showcase the title to the market. Internally, I think we have very high expectations for Ark Raiders. We are making the necessary preparations together with Embark Studios and NEXON to ensure the success of this title." Of course, it probably comes as no surprise that Ark Raiders has taken a bit of a backseat during the playtest and then the launch of the finals and the initial couple of seasons of that game. You might recall that back in November I provided a timeline for the possible roadmap to launch for Ark Raiders, suggesting that we might have seen a closed beta in late January followed by an open beta maybe in April, with the launch being lined up for Summer Games Fest, which is in a few days. Well, firstly, even a talking turnip could tell you I was wrong. I think it's been clear to everyone that Embark Studios has been focused on content for the finals and getting that game onto a strong path for the future, and that Ark Raiders has potentially been pushed back to allow that focus to be unhindered. Having said that, from previous NEXON earnings calls, we know that only about a third of Embark Studios' roughly 300-person team has been working on the finals, so any pushback on Ark Raiders has probably been more about allowing space for marketing on the finals to grow amongst other things, rather than needing all of the studio's developers working on it. Anyhow, the silver lining of all of this is that Embark has now had almost a year to work on Ark Raiders following the closed alpha, which was under a full NDA, so not only can I not show you any gameplay from that playtest, but I also can't tell you anything about it. However, a year is a pretty long time, especially given that Ark Raiders was originally slated to be the first release for the studio before they brought forward the finals and simultaneously announced that Ark Raiders would become a PvPvE extraction shooter rather than a PvE shooter. Embark has been cooking Ark Raiders for quite a while now. The first teaser for the game was released in November 2020, which puts that into even greater perspective. So now that I have to revise my predicted timeline, what should we expect for the road to the release of Ark Raiders and for what we'll see from it at Summer Games Fest? Well, I expect we'll see a combination of Embark's careful schedule of traditional playtests, similar to that for the finals, but also have a shorter timeline through the beta playtests simply because of the amount of time they've had to work on the game already, bolstered by the lessons they've learnt from the launch of the finals. At Summer Games Fest, I think we'll see an Ark Raiders teaser trailer and an announcement of a closed beta, with that test probably commencing a week or two after the announcement, say mid to late June. I predict Embark will then have a 3-month gap before an open beta in late September or early October, followed by a 2-month gap to Ark Raiders' launch date at the Game Awards in early December this year. This timeline would give Ark Raiders one less beta than the finals had, but then they've had the extra time to cook a substantial Ark Raiders meal since the closed alpha, with 7 months more than the finals had between its closed alpha and its first closed beta. This timeline also provides Embark Studios an extra month between the open beta and the game's launch than they had for the finals, helping to ensure that Ark Raiders launch is as smooth as possible. I'm really looking forward to a new opportunity to play Ark Raiders and to have that game alongside the finals, which is continually improving. I think the two games together will provide a nice yin and yang of intense short match gameplay from the finals and the longer, more exploratory style combat that the larger landscapes of Ark Raiders will likely offer. Do you think this is what we'll see from Ark Raiders at Summer Games Fest and for its roadmap to launch? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video to the end. Do the usual YouTube business if you want to see more videos from me from now on. Give a like or comment as you see fit, and enjoy the rest of your day. Kia kaha, stay strong.
Everybody knows the world ain't right. Down on your knees, get up and fight.